John Gordon, The 7 Commitments of a Great Team. Transform any team into a powerhouse of collaboration and growth. When Elena took over as project manager for a struggling marketing team, she inherited an assortment of talented strangers. Despite all their individual expertise, their campaigns were unremarkable. They missed deadlines, and team meetings felt more like tense diplomatic negotiations than collaborative sessions. Then, Elena made an accidental discovery. She found herself stuck in an airport, staring through rain-streaked windows as lightning split the sky above the terminal. Her flight to Chicago was delayed indefinitely, and most jets sat grounded like sleeping giants across the tarmac. A sudden burst of activity caught her attention. Despite the howling wind and driving rain, a ground crew swiftly assembled around a single aircraft with remarkable precision. A baggage handler moved in perfect rhythm with the mechanic as they loaded cargo and checked engines simultaneously. A fuel technician topped off tanks while the crew chief coordinated the entire operation. There were no missteps, meltdowns, shouting, or frantic chaos. No one stood around waiting for direction. Each person anticipated the next move as if they shared the same mind. Eleanor realized she had just witnessed something extraordinary. This ground crew operated with a level of coordination that her marketing team had never achieved, even on their best days. This blink digs deep to uncover the key commitments that forge winning teams from the talented individuals who make them up. You'll discover the core beliefs, habits, and mindsets that can transform any team and take your leadership to the next level. The North Star, committing to vision. When Eleanor got back to the office, she couldn't stop thinking about that ground crew's synchronized precision. She realized the airline workers knew exactly what success looked like, getting that plane safely back in the air on time. Every action aligned with that one crystal-clear objective. Every team needs the same clarity. Most struggling teams have goals but lack a unifying vision. Goals tell you what to accomplish, but vision tells you why it matters and what success will look like. Consider the difference between a team that says, "We need to increase sales by 20%, versus one that commits to helping small business owners discover tools that transform their operations. The first is a target. The second is a vision that links individual efforts to meaningful impact. So Elena gathered her marketing team to answer a question they'd never considered before. What were they really trying to achieve together? The breakthrough came when marketing manager Aisha said they weren't just creating advertisements, but helping people discover solutions that improve their lives. Suddenly, everyone could see how their contribution served something larger than themselves. When teams commit to a shared vision, individual talents stop competing and start amplifying one another. Designers create visuals that support the copywriter's message rather than showcasing their own style. Analysts provide insights that help strategists instead of merely proving expertise. Everyone understands their role in the bigger picture. Vision also guides difficult decisions. When Elena's team faced budget cuts, they evaluated every choice against their shared purpose. They kept projects that served their vision and eliminated those that didn't. The vision became their filter for saying yes and their courage for saying no. You can create this clarity for your team. Start by asking everyone to complete this statement. When we succeed together, we will have helped our customers to write down every response, look for common themes, then craft a simple sentence that captures what your team exists to accomplish. Test your vision by asking team members to explain how their current projects serve that purpose. If they can't make the connection clearly, the vision needs more work. Once everyone can draw a straight line from daily tasks to shared impact, you've created the foundation for extraordinary teamwork. The fuel, staying positive and giving your best. 2 weeks after establishing their shared vision, Elena's team faced their first major crisis. A key client changed direction just 3 weeks before launch, demanding a complete overhaul. In the past, such setbacks had triggered blame games and resignations. This time, something different happened. Design lead Amara said, "This is actually an opportunity to show what we are made of." Instead of dwelling on frustration, the team channeled their energy into creative problem solving. But positivity without effort is baseless optimism. A commitment to staying positive only gains power when paired with giving your absolute best. The two work like fuel and engine. Positivity provides energy, while effort converts that energy into results. Your team needs both commitments in harmony. Positive thinking can't overcome poor performance. Hard work without optimism leads to burnout and resentment. When you combine genuine positivity with relentless effort, you create unstoppable momentum. Elena's team adopted a simple practice that changed everything. Whenever someone shared a challenge, they also proposed their best effort solution. For example, data analyst Kenji said, "This research timeline is impossible, but I can work late tonight to prioritize the most critical insights." Content writer Sophia added, "I can draft 3 concept directions by morning, so we have options to test." This approach transformed how the team viewed setbacks. Instead of asking why problems happened, they focused on how to respond with excellence. Marketing coordinator Diego started asking, "What is our best move here?" instead of, "Who caused this mess?" You can build this same culture of positive effort in your team. When you face challenges, ask each team member to state the problem clearly, then immediately follow with their best effort solution. Make it a rule. Every obstacle gets paired with action. Make it a habit to reframe obstacles as opportunities for growth. When deadlines tighten, see it as a chance to streamline processes. When budgets shrink, view it as creativity training. When stakeholders change direction, treat it as an opportunity to demonstrate adaptability. Most importantly, model the behavior you want to see. When you face a setback, say out loud what you plan to do about it. Show your team what positive effort looks like in practice. Your response to adversity sets the standard for how everyone else will respond. The growth engine, getting better together. 3 months into their transformation, Elena's team hit an unexpected wall. Their improved collaboration led to better results, but they'd reached a plateau. Campaign performance was good, but not exceptional. Team morale was positive, but lacked energy. They were succeeding, but not living up to their potential. The breakthrough came when Elena realized they'd committed to working together, but not to growing together. Real teams don't just maintain their current performance level, they actively seek to become better versions of themselves, individually and collectively. A commitment to getting better means viewing every project as a classroom and every mistake as tuition paid. This keeps your team from seeing failure as something to avoid and helps them see it as important data to collect. This shift changes everything about how you approach challenges and setbacks. Elena's team instituted learning sessions where members taught each other new skills, shared insights from courses they'd taken, or discussed recent failures and the lessons extracted from them. Marketing specialist David, traditionally reserved in meetings, began sharing bold ideas once the team created psychological safety around experimentation. The key was reframing their fundamental question. Instead of asking, "How do we avoid problems?" they started asking, "How do we get smarter faster?" Project coordinator Yuki said, "I tried a new workflow tool last week, and it failed completely, but I learned 3 things about our process that we need to fix." Designer Fatima added, "That client rejection taught me more about our target audience than 6 months of research." This growth mindset transformed their approach to stretch assignments. The team that once feared problems now actively sought out projects that would develop their capabilities. They stopped asking if they could handle a challenge and started asking what they would learn by trying. You can build the same growth culture in your team. Celebrate intelligent failures alongside successes. When someone takes a calculated risk that doesn't work out, acknowledge their learning and courage publicly. Make it safe to experiment by treating setbacks as education, not embarrassment. Create regular opportunities for sharing knowledge. monthly sessions where team members teach each other skills, tools, or insights they've gained. Encourage everyone to tackle projects slightly beyond their comfort zone, then support them through the learning process. Make continuous improvement a team sport, not an individual responsibility. When your team commits to getting better together, you create a growth engine that accelerates performance over time, where every challenge fuels future success. The foundation, connection, and commitment to each other. The most profound shift in Elena's team happened during a particularly stressful deadline, when graphic designer Amara got seriously ill with pneumonia. In the old days, her absence would have sparked panic and blame. People would have complained about her timing and scrambled to protect their own deliverables. Instead, the team seamlessly redistributed her workload. Marketing manager Aisha learned basic design software to keep momentum going. Data analyst Kenji took over client communication so Amara could focus on recovery. Content writer Sophia coordinated with freelancers to fill the gaps. "We have got you covered. Just focus on getting better," Kenji told Amara. This wasn't just professional courtesy, it was proof of their commitment to each other's success and well-being. Real connection goes beyond liking each other or working well together. It means taking genuine responsibility for one another's success. When team members truly connect, they stop viewing colleagues as resources to manage and start seeing them as partners to support. Over months, Eleanor watched as her team members began anticipating each other's needs, offered help before even being asked, and celebrated individual wins as team victories. Marketing coordinator Diego spoke up, noting, "Amara, you look swamped. What can I take off your plate today?" Designer Fatima started sharing positive feedback with peers, like, "Sophia's writing made my visuals 10 times stronger this week." They established regular connection check-ins during team meetings, brief moments for members to share how they're feeling and what support they need. These conversations built the trust that became the foundation for creative risks and honest performance discussions. Connection takes intentional investment. You can't expect team members to care for one another if you never create opportunities to connect. Surface-level relationships produce surface-level commitment. Start with personal check-ins that go beyond work status. Ask team members to share something they're excited about, worried about, or learning outside of work. Give people permission to be human, not just productive. Create opportunities for professional support, like skill sharing, where stronger performers mentor others. Organize peer feedback systems so team members help each other improve. Make mutual support a recognized and rewarded behavior. Most importantly, model vulnerability yourself. Share your own challenges and ask for help when needed. When leaders show they're human, everyone else feels permission to be authentic. Authenticity creates the psychological safety real connection requires. The honor, valuing each other. 6 months after Elena's airport revelation, her team launched their most successful campaign ever. Client satisfaction scores hit record highs, internal metrics exceeded all targets, and praise poured in from company leadership. As Elena watched her team handle the recognition, she witnessed the final piece of their commitment transformation. Instead of individual spotlight seeking, they naturally highlighted each other's contributions. During the client presentation, marketing manager Aisha noted, "It was Amara's design concept that made the whole strategy come alive." Amara immediately responded with, "And David's market research gave us insights we never would have found on our own." David added, "But Sophia's messaging tied it all together in a way that really resonated." This wasn't scripted humility or false modesty. It was the genuine expression of people who had learned to value each other's unique gifts and contributions. When team members commit to valuing each other, competition becomes collaboration, and individual success without collective achievement loses meaning. Your team stops asking who deserves credit and starts asking how everyone contributed to the win. Elena realized this commitment to valuing each other was both the culmination and the catalyst of all the other commitments. When people feel genuinely valued, they naturally invest more deeply in shared vision, maintain positivity through challenges, give their best effort, pursue growth opportunities, and connect authentically with teammates. The team created rituals of appreciation that went far beyond annual reviews or formal recognition programs. Marketing coordinator Diego started weekly shout-outs during team meetings, highlighting specific contributions from colleagues. Content writer Sophia began sending personal thank you messages when teammates helped her meet tight deadlines. The recognition felt authentic because it focused on specific actions and their impact. Valuing each other means seeing and acknowledging the unique strengths that every person brings to the team. It requires moving beyond generic praise to specific recognition of how individual talents serve collective success. You can build this culture of genuine appreciation in your team. Start by practicing the art of noticing specific contributions that others may overlook. When someone stays late to help a colleague, mention it publicly. When a team member suggests an improvement that saves time, acknowledge both the idea and the initiative. Create regular opportunities for peer recognition during team meetings. Ask members to share specific examples of how colleagues helped them succeed that week. Make the recognition detailed and concrete, rather than general and vague. Most importantly, model the behavior by valuing contributions that often go unnoticed. Recognize the team member who always asks thoughtful questions, the person who solves technical problems, or the colleague who keeps morale high during tough periods. When your team truly values each other, you create an environment where everyone feels seen, appreciated, and motivated to contribute their absolute best. In this link to The 7 Commitments of a Great Team by John Gordon, you've learned that great teams are not born from talent alone. They emerge from 7 powerful commitments that transform ordinary groups into extraordinary forces. When teams commit to a shared vision, choose positivity as their response to challenges, and strive to give their best effort, they create unstoppable momentum. They accelerate growth by committing to learning. They build unshakable bonds through genuine connection and mutual support. And they achieve lasting excellence by truly valuing each person's unique contributions. These commitments work together like interlocking gears, each one strengthening the others to create teams that do not just succeed, they thrive. Okay, that's it for this blink. We hope you enjoyed it. If you can, please take the time to leave us a rating. We always appreciate your feedback. See you in the next blink.